come alive like you. When you're standing at the crossroads, don't know which path to choose. Let me come along. 'Cause even if you're wrong, I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. And when the night falls on you, baby, you're feeling all alone. You won't be on your own. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 10th annual evening with Bishop Crosby. This is a gathering of the Halton Catholic community to help board students who are in need. And kind of different this year because we have to do it virtually. We can't do it live, unfortunately, due to the circumstances. My name is Ivan Bazzelli, and I'll be your host for the evening. And I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank our sponsors, as you've seen in some of the slides, and thank you to some of our special guests, including Vincent Yantomazi, who is the chair of the Halton Catholic District School Board, and all of the other trustees from the board, to Pat Daly, Director of Education for the board, and the senior administration staff there. And also a big thank you to Angelo Bentivegna, who is the Ward 6 Regional and City Councilor for Burlington. Now, why are we here? You've seen some of the slides and some of the issues we're facing, but we're trying to raise funds tonight to help those students in need to succeed. We need your help to say, yes, we can help our neighbors in need. What is the need? You've seen some of the slides. Poverty still remains a powerful factor in whether a student succeeds or not. And a lot of students in Halton face financial barriers to learning. In fact, as you've probably seen in one of the slides, over 10% of the children in Halton live in low-income households. And that translates to an estimated 3,600 students in the board. That's a big number. Why do we donate? Why should we donate? Well, our faith, we can start with the Bible. As Jesus said in Matthew 25:40, whatever you do for the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you do for me. Education directly influences students in life choices and outcomes. There's a danger of an achievement gap developing between students from low-income households to their peers, and due to financial barriers. There's also the danger of health challenges. social exclusion, especially these days when we have social media and this online bullying. Some of these students feel shame. They could feel angry. There's a certain stigma that they seem to be under all the time. They could develop low self-esteem, low confidence, and heaven forbid, loss of hope. And there's quite a few dropouts because of that. These are all issues related to student poverty.
115 people.
So every student needs to have hope, dignity, and equity. Now, I'm pleased to announce that tonight we have some groups who are going to match your donations. They've pledged up to $6,500 donation match, and these groups include Naylor Building Partnerships and 3 Milton Youth Clubs. Thank you, Milton, including the Conquest Boys Milton, Challenge Girls Milton, and St. Peter's Sports Club in Milton. Now, to donate, you've seen the chat feature, it's at the bottom. You can find a link to donate in that chat. So please use it. We will provide updates, and here's a little chart. I'm gonna, as we go along, I'll provide updates as we progress towards that goal. You can also tweet using hashtag HCCEF. And you're welcome to chat as much as you like, just be nice, I'm very sensitive. And once the formal part of the evening is over, I invite you to stay online as the musical groups, 2 of our musical groups will present some more songs. We'll also have a little survey at the end just to get some feedback in terms of how we did and what we could do better. Hopefully we won't have to do it virtually, but this is the reality these days. So if we do have to do it virtually, let us know what we can do better. So let's take a little poll just to begin with. And this is just a fun thing. So let us know, get your mouse ready, get your keyboard ready. What is your favorite working from home work clothes? A lot of us, or some of us at least, have been involved in that. Are they pajamas? Are they fuzzy slippers? Do you wear business attire on top? When you have maybe sweater yoga pants below that nobody can see, just like I'm wearing now. Have you been wearing golf shirts for the past 7 months? And maybe if you're at the cottage, you're wearing a bathing suit. So why don't you click on one of those and let us know what your favorite working from home work clothes are. And I'll give you a few seconds if you can find your mouse. I'm not going to sing a song or anything. I might scare you away while we're waiting. I'm going to say this. Have you all input something? Oh, here we go. So it looks like business attire. Hey, I voted for that one too, by the way, because that's how I'm dressed. Pajamas, well, the very last is bathing suit. I guess people didn't go to the cottage, they were isolating at home. So congratulations and thank you for that. Now I'd like to introduce our first musical act of the evening. And this group is called Descendants of Dunn. And who's in this group? Well, first of all, there's Brian Dunn, who is the chaplaincy leader at St. Francis Xavier Secondary. Taylor Dunn, Blaze Dunn, who is a teacher of the arts at Lumen Christi, and Michael Stanlake. Not sure how he got in here, he's not a Dunn, but Michael is a teacher at Holy Trinity. So ladies and gentlemen, Descendants of Dunn.
There's a line, suit and kind of line, everybody sing. Do each and every little thing. But what good does it bring if I ain't got you? If I ain't got you, baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. In my brain, I see your face again. You know, my friend, mine. You ain't got to be so blind. Well, I'm so blind, so very blind. I'm a man. Can't you see that's what I am? I live and breathe for you. But what good does it do if I ain't got you? If I ain't got you, baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. You don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you, descendants of Dunn. I'm a musician myself, and I really appreciated some of that music. The harmonies were beautiful. And now I'd like to introduce our next speaker, who is the chair of the Halton Catholic Children's Education Foundation, Marvin Duarte.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to Your Excellency, Bishop Crosby, and our esteemed guest. Tonight is the 10th annual evening with Bishop Crosby. I would like to thank Your Excellency, Bishop Crosby, for lending your name to this fundraiser event. We are so grateful for your support in helping HCDSB students in need. A lot of planning and hard work has gone into bringing this event to you virtually. And I would like to thank our HCCEF Board of Directors, the event organizing committee, and our executive director, for your commitment and dedication to this noble cause. Our mission is to help HCDSB students succeed at school by providing financial support to families in need. And with your generous donations over the past years, we have been able to do just this. Our vision is to provide equitable opportunities to all HCDSB students, regardless of financial barriers. I would like to thank you all for continuing to share and believe in our vision. We all know that this has been an extremely challenging year for families, and the need has been great. I am proud to say that with your generous donations, we have been able to help 287 students this year, which is a growth of 375%. On behalf of the Halton Catholic Children's Education Foundation, I would like to extend our appreciation. We are so grateful for your unwavering support, and without you, this would not be possible. And with that, I invite each one of you to continue to invest in and support HCCEF's mission and vision. After all, children are our future. Thank you and enjoy your evening. Now here is a short video to demonstrate the impact of your donations in our schools and communities.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bishop's Dinner. My name is Marie Murad, and I am the principal of Holy Rosary School in Milton. I hope you're enjoying your evening. I am here to let you know that I have been a part of this wonderful foundation for the past 6 years. I have participated in a number of events like the Bishop Dinner for the past 6 years, and I've also been a part of the challenge back in the spring. I'm sure many of you remember my many videos during the 24 hours where I walked and I conquered the goal that the school has set for me and I set for myself. Thank you again to all the families that supported such a great cause. Why do I do this, you may ask? The answer is very simple. Because this foundation has helped many students, both when I was a teacher and a VP and now as a principal. Families that were trying to meet the basic needs, families that without this foundation could not have gone to trips or have the winter necessities. I thank the foundation under the leadership of Mark Claire with all the support they have supported the students that I have been working with. So thank you. This is the least I can do. And in the words of Pope Francis, always preach the gospel, and when necessary, use words. Thank you, keep up the great work, and enjoy your evening.
My name is Sonia Snyder, and I am the principal at St. Joseph's Catholic School in Acton. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of participating in fundraising for the Halton Catholic Children's Education Foundation through school-based events, including the 24-hour fast and by attending the Bishop's Dinner. These events have helped bring awareness to our needs in our Halton Catholic schools and the importance of helping others create positive changes. The support from the HCCEF has truly made an impact to our families within the St. Joseph community. With the financial support that the foundation was able to provide, students have been able to find success in believing that they can become whoever they want. The HCCEF has provided financial support for transportation so that students can attend specialized summer camps. They've provided support for families during times of gatherings such as Thanksgiving, Advent, and Easter. They've provided support for clothing during the winter months, and they continue to provide support during the pandemic for those who are struggling through these unprecedented times. All the support has shown our families that they're not alone during difficult times, and together we're making a difference in a student's life. By helping with the most basic needs, students can come prepared to school and engage in learning without any worry. And together we've made a big difference in the lives of others and able to offer them peace and comfort. I would like to thank the HCCEF for all their support.
Thank you. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you, Marie. And thank you, Sonia. Why don't we take a look at how we're progressing towards our $6,500 goal? Can we bring that little graph up? $200. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. I know we've got all evening, but let's step it up, okay? We need your help. Thank you very much. Now, I'd like to introduce Hardeep Ajmani, who is a board social worker with the St. Francis Xavier Family of Schools. Hardeep, over to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm just going to adjust my laptop here. Good evening. I'm so excited to be here. I thank you so much to the Excellency Bishop Crosby and to the HCCEF for allowing me to speak tonight, and for the students who may need a little bit of support. We've already heard so many wonderful stories of how the HCCEF has helped people, and I can tell you, of course, we've talked a little bit about this already, but from a social work perspective, how does financial insecurity impact students? It's traumatic. It is absolutely traumatic, and it impacts their brain health, their physical health, their mental health. It is a difficult thing for them if they're coping with all of these financial insecurities. So it means so much for me to be able to provide and to reach out to the HCCF and access support for families as I need to. So I can share one story. Mark had asked me to share a story of a family, and I have so many stories that I could really outline, but nobody has all that time. But I think this one specific story is just so special, and it allows me to share with you the impact that the HCCEF has. So this is a family who came to Milton last November. So it's been about a year. There's 4 wonderful, beautiful children, ages about 10 to 16, and their 70-year-old grandmother who came from Nigeria last year. And they were granted refugee status because mom was extremely concerned for their safety in Nigeria. So what happened was that they had to move from their comfortable life there, their future, their friends, their rich culture, because of a significant trauma that happened, which resulted in the death of their father. And mom, who is a police officer, who is actually a lawyer with the police force there, stayed back to fight for the justice of her husband. So just imagine any of our moms out there, even fathers or guardians, having your family leave you and go so far away because you have to honor their safety. So they're very proud. Mom, being a lawyer that she is, they were able to send some money over, but with the exchange rate between Nigeria and Canada, it started to really weigh on them, and the difficulty of making the payments that they had to make to rent and things like that. And it's funny, even during the quarantine, like I would reach out to them, et cetera, and they were doing okay. Like they were maintaining as best as they could. Then it was probably in September time that they reached out, and I actually asked them, I said, they were struggling. And I said, do you need some support? Is there any financial support that I can provide to you? And they absolutely took it, which I was so glad for. So I was able to make an application to the HCCEF. We got them Walmart gift cards, which was super easy because we could buy them online, and they could buy necessities like food, et cetera. And so they were so thankful, and they were so super, and they still remain thankful actually to this day. So that was really helpful, and really, it was really nice. It was really nice to be able to support them so that we can do that. So the money that is provided from the HCCEF goes straight into the pockets of people who need it. So I'm excited to see how the $6,500 goal is reached this evening, because this is so important. People don't ask me for this. Families never ask me, but knowing that I can help them and support them through this is absolutely priceless. There's struggles that they go through. So we depend on these fundraising efforts of the HCCEF to allow us to give the families a fighting chance in the world. So I know that I can say that I absolutely appreciate all of the fundraising efforts that HCCEF does. And I absolutely know that my social work colleagues as well are very, very, very appreciative of the work that we can do to support families who are struggling And so we're very, very happy to be able to share that story with you today. Thank you so much for inviting me here today, letting me get dressed up a little bit. And I appreciate the time that you took to listen to our story today. Thank you so much.
Hardeep, thank you very much. And thank you for making it real for us, a real
Yes.
example of some challenges that are being faced by some of these families.
Yes, absolutely.
Just a reminder, if you want to donate, never mind if, you're going to donate, there is a link in the chat feature and you can go there. I'm going to bring up that graphic again, and remember that everything that's shown on that graph will be doubled. So we're going towards that $6,500 goal. That whatever you donate, so 4 donors have donated $250. That means a total of 500 so far, which is going to be matched by those groups I mentioned before. So please, please donate. Now, we have another musical act, and I'm not sure if they were influenced by Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, but they're called Nevermore. And they're made up of Tracy Babbage, who was the vice principal at St. John Paul II, Michael Shirelli, former principal with the Halton Catholic District School Board, and Michael, I know it's Chiarelli in Italian, but Shirelli, about 51 years ago, I was in a band with Rita Shirelli. I don't know if there's any relation. She was an amazing singer. Also included Josie Guerin, who is the principal at St. Benedict, and Joe Juris, who is the principal at Lumen Christi. And here are Nevermore. Sorry. Thank you, Nevermore. Thank you, thank you. As I mentioned before, we are celebrating our 10th anniversary, and I want to thank Your Excellency Bishop Crosby for your continued support of students in need and of Catholic education over the past 10 years as Bishop of the Diocese of Hamilton. Just to commemorate some of the things that have been happening over the last 10 years, I'd like to introduce just a short video taken by various people over the past 10 years. So let's take a look at that. Did you recognize any of yourselves in some of those pictures? Oh, memories, yes. Now I'd like to introduce some more musical entertainment. They don't have a formal name of this group, but they're made up of Nikki Apap, who is a Holy Trinity student, and Stephen Curto, who is a teacher of the arts with the Halton Catholic District School Board. So very appropriately, they're going to do I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables.
There was a time when men were kind, and their voices were soft, and your words inviting. There was a time when love was blind, and the world was a song, and the song was exciting. There was a time
Beautiful. I want that piano. Nice job, people. Now I'd like to introduce the Executive Director of the Halton Catholic Children's Education Foundation, Mr. Mark Clare.
Thank you, Ivan. Hello, folks. So wonderful that you joined us tonight. Thank you for coming. Every day, every hour, every minute, you have an opportunity to be merciful. So let's do it and make the world a good place. A quote from Bishop Douglas Crosby at our 2016 event. So this is one of my favorite quotes, one of many that Bishop Crosby has delivered as part of this event over the past 10 years. Anyone that has met Bishop Crosby quickly comes to understand that he's a kind, gentle man, warm and joyful to talk to, with a wonderful sense of humor and fantastic stories. You will also quickly understand how he inspires others. Over the past 10 years as the Bishop of the Diocese of Hamilton, he has inspired so many of us with his support of Catholic education. Education directly influences a student's life chances and life outcomes. And as you heard earlier, poverty remains a powerful factor whether a student succeeds in school. Thank you, Bishop Crosby, for inspiring us each year at this event to make the world a good place, and for your kind and generous support of students with financial barriers to learning and of Catholic education. You have helped them to succeed in school. You have helped them to succeed in life. Congratulations again on your 10th anniversary. Thank you very much. Over to you, Ivan.
Thank you, Mark. And by the way, Mark, thank you for inviting me to MC this thing. I'm a little out of my element. I don't have a live audience, but it was indeed an honor to be asked. So thank you again. Let's see how we're progressing towards our goal. Remember, your donations are going to be matched. Wow. Very nice, $2,095. And that's from 16 donors. Keep it coming, ladies and gentlemen, please. It's going to be matched. And now I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker this evening, His Excellency Bishop Doug Crosby. Just a little bit of background. He was with the Oblate of Mary Immaculate, and he is the 9th Bishop of Hamilton. He was born in Marathon, Ontario, to David and Natalie Crosby, and was the first of 7 children. Now, I'm not sure if I should divulge this, Your Excellency, but you were born June 28th, 1949.
I know.
Do you realize I was born the same year? I'm actually 2 months older than you. Yeah, let me just continue here. He was ordained as a priest with the Missionary Oblates of Mary Immaculate in 1975 and served as associate pastor, vocation director, and provincial superior of the order. He was ordained bishop in 1998 and first served as Bishop of Labrador City, Shefferville. In 2003, he was appointed Bishop of St. George, Newfoundland and Labrador, while continuing to serve as Bishop of Labrador. And following a realignment, as normally happens of diocesan boundaries, he was appointed the first Bishop of Corner Brook and Labrador in 2007. And finally, he was appointed Bishop of Hamilton on September 24th of 2010, and was installed on November 8th, 2010 at a ceremony at the Cathedral of Christ the King. And Your Excellency, you are a busy, busy man. Just to let you know, he's currently the chair of the Social Affairs Commission of the Assembly of Catholic Bishops of Ontario. He's chair of the CCCB, which is the Canadian Conference of Catholic Bishops. He's the chair of the CCCB Commission for Evangelization and Catechesis, a member of the CCCB Standing Committee for Family, Life, and Youth, a member of the Catholic Health Association of Ontario, and he's the state chaplain for the Ontario State Knights of Columbus. Your Excellency, you are a busy man. Thank you for your service. Ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Crosby.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the the introduction, and I want to begin by telling you a little story. So my first meeting as state chaplain of the Knights of Columbus was this July, and it was a virtual meeting on Zoom, and I started to get accustomed to Zoom over the past number of months since the COVID shutdown. Anyway, it was a hot summer day. So the first question you asked, the poll that you asked, I decided, they can't see anything below the waist. So I wore my jacket and my collar and my cross and a pair of shorts and a pair of sandals. And I thought I was being very smart. And the first thing the state deputy asked was, please stand as we sing "O Canada." So I was caught red-handed or red-legged, I guess. Anyway, it's always a pleasure to celebrate with the Halton Catholic District School Board. And this is, as you said, the 10th year that we've gathered. Each year, different. And this year, very different. I'm really a Luddite when it comes to figuring out the new technologies. But as I said, the long COVID-19 shutdown has given the opportunity to experience Zoom calls, which I can navigate rather easily now. And during the shutdown, I also learned how to play chess against the computer. And the computer is a little smarter than I am. But the rally platform that we just experienced is new to me. It's intuitive enough that I could follow instructions, and thanks to Drew Vincent and his team for showing the way. And thank you to Mark Clare for organizing this fundraiser for the Hamilton Catholic Children's Education Foundation. I'm happy to support this charity, and I'm glad you found a way for it to work this year. And thank you to all of you for participating and contributing. The students who are the main beneficiaries will be grateful. Yes, 10 years ago, I was appointed Bishop of Hamilton, and the actual date of the appointment was September 24th in 2010, and I was installed during a Mass at the Cathedral of Christ the King. And the weather that day was as warm as it was today. It was an unbelievably beautiful day. And it wasn't long after that we had the first of these evenings at Le Dome. They say that time passes quickly when you're having fun. So I must be having lots of fun, because it's hard to believe that 10 years have already passed. And I can honestly tell you that they've been very happy years in my life. A few high points. Within a few months of my installation, these are all Halton related high points. Within a few months of my installation, I had the distinct joy of dedicating the brand spanking new Holy Cross Church in Georgetown. It was the first new church that I'd ever dedicated, and a beautiful church it is, and a beautiful ceremony it was. Some of you who might have been there may remember that as I was walking around the church, sprinkling holy water throughout here and there throughout the church, a symbol of baptizing the church, the broom-like head of the sprinkler that I was using came flying off and was heading toward a young fellow standing near the window, and it hit him right on the chest. And I went over right away to see if he was okay. He was a grade 2 student, and he was having his first communion that year. He thought it was cool. So I picked up the sprinkler head and continued sprinkling everybody. So that fellow would be a young man now, 10 years later, probably, what would he be, 17? So perhaps in grade 12. Even more memorable was the establishment of a new parish in Milton, St. Benedict Parish. And slowly but surely, that was the first parish that I can say I established from the outset. And slowly but surely approving the construction plans, watching it happen. And it is a beautiful sight. And it will be a significant place of worship in the community for years to come. The Halton Catholic School Board has been generous in opening a school for Sunday services over the past, I think, 8 years. And I've celebrated many confirmations in your schools. And soon, with the dedication of the new church on the first Sunday of Advent, I look forward to celebrating confirmations from here to forward there at the new church. So thank you to the board, to the principals, to the teachers, to the custodial staff for your generous and helpful assistance. I'm sure you will be as happy for the church to be open and for us to be out of the gymnasium as we will be to open it. Another happy memory, or probably several other happy memories over the past 10 years in the Halton area, has been the number of schools that have been blessed and open. And I've come to know the mayor of Milton because of all of these blessings. And you know that he is, I think, claiming to be a mayor longer than Hazel McCallion. And I think with his way of figuring it out, it's probably right. So make sure you congratulate him whenever you see him. Another Halton moment was the opening of Holy Redeemer Catholic Cemetery in Georgetown. It's a beautiful cemetery, and we work together with the town, with whom we have a sharing arrangement. And in the last 2 years, we opened another cemetery, Holy Family Catholic Cemetery on Lower Baseline Road in Milton, and we will soon be proceeding with the construction of a crematorium there. So it's clear that the population growth in Halton has had its impact on the Diocese of Hamilton, and we continue to serve the faithful in that part of the diocese, I think, very well. Another powerful experience over the past 10 years, or in the past 10 years, was the Year of Mercy, declared by Pope Francis early on in his time as pontiff. You know, these special years are opportunities for us to deepen our faith and the understanding of our faith. And there are years that come along and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything, but if you don't participate in don't do something to mark the year, lost opportunity. And when we enter into the experience even a little, we grow. So many parishes and many parishioners participated in the Year of Mercy events. Whoops, what's happening here? My screen is, there we go. Many participated in the Year of Mercy events, and I was grateful to Pope Francis for highlighting the mercy that God is always ready to shower on us through the sacrament of reconciliation, just through the grace that is always available to us. The school principals and the board of trustees know that one of the school events that I like to attend every year and support is the evening that selected students from each class are honored for their exceptional contribution to the life of the school community. I celebrate Mass prior to the awards being handed out by the trustees, and photos of each award recipient is taken. And it's really uplifting to see the students publicly affirmed and to watch the pride of the parents for their children. You are creating the leaders of the future who, in turn, will promote and affirm the young people who will follow them. And as Catholic educators, this is our important work, not just educating the intellect, but nurturing the spirit. Keep it up. Many of you, maybe all of you, know James Montague. He was always a regular participant at La Dome. I saw him in one of the photos, a Knight of Columbus and a graduate of Halton Catholic Board Schools. So he created the Star Awards Gala, and the kind of like the Academy Awards with for people with challenges. Everyone deserves to be recognized. And it is one of the most remarkable evenings in Oakville, a true celebration of life and goodness and fun. It's supported by the Holiday Inns, the Halton Fire Department and Police Department, who provide escorts for those honored, the knights. So if you want to experience unbridled joy and lots of fun, get yourself invited to that event. And that's why, getting down to my last point, that's why I support the Halton Catholic Children's Education Foundation. When children do not have the means to participate in those school activities that make them mature into generous and happy adults, we all have to lean in and provide the supports that give them those opportunities. We are building a better world, and God knows we need to promote civility and goodness now more than ever. And you know that I can go on and on and on. And I know there are other interesting components to the evening, so I will leave it at this. Thank you again, Mark, for making this happen. Have a great rest of the evening, folks. And let's pray that next year we will be able to meet in person at Le Dome. God bless you all. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Bishop Crosby. Do you think we could trouble you to give a closing prayer?
You sure can.
Thank
I'm very
you.
happy. I'm sorry. Just I turned off the mic, or someone turned off the mic, and I couldn't get it back on. I'm very happy to do it. And what I'm going to do is pray the prayer of St. Francis. It's a timely prayer, and it's a beautiful prayer. And many of you may know it. And if you do know it, pray it with me. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, in pardoning that we are pardoned, and in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, God bless you all.
Thank you, Bishop Crosby. Maybe we can have an update on the donations. Where do we stand with that? Okay, so we've reached $2,770, so we can double that, but we're still well short of our goal of $6,500. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep this open, even though we've reached the formal end of the evening. We're going to keep it open, so please donate. And Mark Claire will email a link to allow you to donate directly to you. We'll keep it open for a week, so please consider donating. As I mentioned, this concludes the formal part of the evening. But for those of you who want to stay tuned, maybe think a little more about being a little more generous. We do have some more performances from two of the amazing musical acts you saw earlier this evening, Nevermore and Nikki Abap and Stephen Curto. Also, stay tuned because we really appreciate some feedback. So we're going to launch a little bit of a feedback survey to see how we did, what we could do better, just in case we don't escape the clutches of COVID-19 and have to do it virtually again. So stick around for that. Stick around for the music. There's some fabulous musicians. Enjoy.
children to a story that was written long ago about a kingdom on the mountain and the valley folk below. On the mountain was a treasure buried deep beneath the stone, and the valley people swore they had it for their very own. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, go ahead and cheat a friend, do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day, 'cause on the bloody morning after, one tin soldier rides away. So the people of the valley sent a message up the hill, asking for the buried treasure, the gold for which they killed. Came an answer from the mountain, with our brothers we will share all the riches of our kingdom, all the treasures buried there. Now the valley cried with anger, mount your horses, draw your sword, and they killed the mountain people, 'cause they want their just reward. Now they stood beside the treasure on the mountain, dark and red, heard the stone beneath it. Peace on earth was all it said. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, go ahead and cheat a friend, do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day, 'cause on the bloody morning after, one tin soldier rides away.
Why
If the savage one is me, how can there be so much that you don't know? You don't know. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. I think the only people who are the people who look and think like you. But sit alone and watch your lights, my only friend through teenage nights, and everything I had to know, I heard it on my radio. You gave them all those old time stars, through walls of wars, invaded by Mars. You made 'em laugh, you made 'em cry, you made us feel like we could fly. So don't become some background noise, a backdrop for the girls and boys. They just don't know, who just don't care, who just complain when you're not there. You've had your time, you've had the power, you're yet to have your finest hour. Radio. All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio Goo Goo, Radio Gaga. All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio blah blah, Radio what's new, Radio someone still loves you. We watch those shows, we watch the stars on video for hours and hours. We hardly need to use our ears. How music changes through the years. Let's hope you never leave old friends. Like all good things, on you it depends. So stick around, 'cause I might miss you when you go blind of all this visual. You've had your time, you've had the power, you're yet to have your finest hour. Radio. All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio Goo Goo, Radio Gaga. All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio blah blah, Radio what's new. Someone still loves
So were we all doing this? Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes it. I understand we're up to $3,345. Thank you very much. We're going to, you're going to receive something to, oh, okay. You're going to receive something in the mail to allow you to contribute or donate for the next week. Please take advantage of that. We really have a need for it. That's it. Thank you all for sharing your time with us. Stay safe and good night.